Welcome to Mordor Gundogs. My name's Charlie Thorburn. This is Waffle. Now, people have been asking, where is Waffle? Not where's Wally, where's Waffle? Because they haven't seen him on video for a while. I've been away, some of you might follow our Instagram, I've been away delivering some dogs in America. So Waffle's been at home, having a bit of downtime. He's been getting some training, but not much. So I've come back and I need to just see where he is and remind him, you know, what some of the rules are. So we're just going to start off with some basic stuff again, and then we'll head down to the field and do a bit of hunting and a bit of retrieving. I think one of the things people get in a pickle about sometimes is they worry that, you know, they need to train their dog every day, they need to do things all the time. I've been away for nearly 2 weeks, and, you know, bit of sort of messing around either side, pretty busy. Before you leave and when you come back. So Waffle probably hasn't had much serious training for about 3 weeks. Does it matter? No, not at all. It's like kids having half term or Easter holidays or something. They need a bit of time off, so don't worry about it. As long as he's not getting up to any mischief, what we wouldn't want to do is not have him getting any training and let someone just let him off into the woods chasing birds and messing around. So it's just being sensible and practical about it. Now, it's the most amazing morning here. I think I do love the summer, but I think Scotland does winter even better. Deep snow is no use for training dogs, but hard frosty ground. The pond's been frozen for about 10 days. It's been down to -10, which is a bit of a pain because all the outside hoses and stuff all freeze, which makes our life a bit harder. But when you get to work, we're looking over to the tops of the Cairngorms, we can see the snow, and it's a pretty awesome place, and actually is literally just a few flakes of snow coming down on us now, even though the sun's out. So let's crack on with Waffle. So we just walked Waffle down from the kennels at heel, just a couple of little tugs on the lead, but nothing serious. And if you've watched my heel training videos and me doing it in the past, you'll see that we promote giving them a tug on the lead and changing direction. However, when the dogs have got a good concept of the heel command and what they're meant to do, it doesn't do any harm if it's just a minor correction to give them a little reminder and then carry on walking in the same direction. The changing direction and the zigzagging around as per the heel video is really something you need to do if it's really not working at all. But if he's pretty much at heel and there's just a little sniff or a little leaf blows past, he needs a little check, a little reminder, and we say heel and we carry on going. So it's a check, correct him, make sure he's in the right place, and then heel and continue. Remember, the word heel is not a punishment. It's not heel giving him a tug, okay? It's the correction is the lead biting him, the lead giving him a little nip or whatever, and then me being here next to him saying, well, if you walk along next to me, I'll protect you from the lead. And I encourage that with just the gentle heel, and off we go. I say sit, he sat down nicely, he looked at me, so that's all going to plan. So we're going to head into the field. We're going to do a little bit of hunting with him, do a couple of retrieves, and we're going to see how he's getting on. So get to the usual gate that we go into the training field, sit him down, open the gate, make sure he waits there. I can't emphasize enough how these little things like waiting at a gate, these little manners, these are the answer to your bigger problems. People come to me and they say, oh, I just want my dog to come back better when it's called, but it arrives and it's like pulling them out of the car and it's barking and it's barging through gates. It's not doing a bloody thing it's told, basically. And they're like, oh, all I want is to come back. And it's like, you're so far away from doing recall. You need to get some basic rules established. And funnily enough, people say, oh, how do you teach them to recall? We don't actually teach our dogs really to recall. I mean, you've seen me running away from them and stuff. But an actual recall lesson, it doesn't really exist, especially not for a dog like this, because once you've done all the really nice basic obedience and you keep going, you've just got a little dog that just wants to be with you. And you don't need to worry about him not coming back because he wants to come back. Don't you, Waffle? Heel. We're now going to let him hunt the grass. We've still got enough like longer grass. It's getting a bit bare for him, but we've got enough longer grass here the reason we like to hunt them in longer grass is it holds the scent. Short mown grass doesn't hold scent and they just get prone to whizzing off too far ahead. Longer grass or heather or rushes or bracken or anything like that just holds the scent. It gives the dog something to do, so it just holds them back, stops them racing ahead too much. So we sit him down now just to kind of get his focus, show him the ball, remind him that, you know, I'm here to have fun and work with him. You can see he's, oh, the ball! He sat there quietly, and then as soon as I brought the ball out, he's jumping around. Again, at this stage, he's still young. He's kind of vaguely heading to adulthood, but he's still quite young. So we don't want to like suppress any enthusiasm from him, do we, Waffle? Sit. So you can see by just getting the ball out, it's enough just to get his attention. Sit up, Waffle. Little moment of lack of concentration. Sit. So straight away on his case, not allowing anything of him to take any independence or get on his own sort of own journey without me. Oh, gone away. He's definitely still running around with his head in the air, sort of chewing the grass. He's not really here thinking he's working. He's not got that. He's not had that click of, oh, I'm hunting for pheasants. I'm hunting for rabbits. He's just like, oh, we're out for a run. It's fine. I'm not worried about that. I'd rather keep him off the game until I really feel like I've got him sitting on the whistle and really on good form. Come on, Waffle. Come on then. Now, we haven't done any more steadiness training since the last video at all. We're going to do a little retrieve. I'm going to hold on to him. Sit. Sit. He literally hasn't done a retrieve in about 3 weeks, so he's hugely excited. Sit. Sit. And you can see how much more jumpy he was than the last video. So that's something that very much does go backwards if you don't practice, is steadiness. Because he wasn't steady. He was just learning. And he's just forgotten it all. Sit. Sit. You can see he's like a little coil spring. Sit. Ouch. Problem with holding on to him too long, he then sort of loses where it was. But it's no harm at all letting him just use his nose and hunt for it, because then he is getting his nose on the ground and he is actually working here like a spaniel. There's no wind at all, so he's going to have to pretty much come across it before he finds it. But that's okay. It's all a learning curve. I don't want to get too worried about it. The only thing I'd worry about is, one, if he took off too far away, or one came up to me and gave up. And either way, I'd make sure he found it. But I think he's just about to, because it's just there. Good boy, Waffle. Waffle, come here. Waffle, come here. Come on, Waffle, come here. Now, he's just messing around a little bit, so Waffle, come on. Waffle, come on. Come on. Hey, hey. Waffle, here. Where is it? Waffle, here. So he's just messing around. He's not being his usual self, which is an excellent little retriever. I just went over, I threw the ball. He's come across a smell of something. You can see he's going straight back to it. I went over, I just threw the ball again, just to get him back on form. So we're going to do it again, because we don't want that to become what he remembers. It's important that if they get something wrong, don't get in a pickle about it, don't get worried about it, but just go, we need to get it right. So we're going to do it again. Waffle. Now, there's something of interest around here, something that he's smelling. So I'm just going to throw it in a different direction, just to, and I'm not going to hold him so long. Out. Good boy, good boy, good boy. And there we go. There's the Waffle that we know, back again. Nice little retrieve, enthusiastically bringing it back to me. If I'd thrown it back to the same spot where he was obviously really intently interested, then I'm just I'm fighting a battle that is just unnecessary. I'm putting myself in a position or Waffle in a position where he might drop it again, he might mess around and you go, oh, but I can smell some, I don't know, rabbit poo or something. Who knows what it is, but he could smell something, and the tennis ball, bugger that, I'm off to hunt, and I don't want him to get in the habit of that. So don't put him back in that difficult situation and set him up to fail again. We want to set him up to succeed. So we're going to let him just carry on, do a little bit more hunting. Good boy, come on in. I'm talking to him a lot because he's sticking around a bit much. Had a little burst of energy there, zoomed off a bit fast, so I peeped him on the whistle, brought him back. If he's just hunting around in amongst me, I'm not doing much whistle work, I'm not doing much anything else. Good boy. Just going to put him on a lead. Now, haven't really blown a whistle at him either for a number of weeks, okay? So just wanted to see how the sit whistle was sitting in his head. It was a little bit of a test. I'm not going to blow the whistle when he's running away from me. I'm not going to blow the whistle when he's chasing a ball. But he was out 15, 20 yards in front of me, 20 feet in front of me. I turned him with the whistle, I encouraged him to come back. And then on his way back, I blew the sit whistle and put my hand up exactly as I do in the sit whistle videos, just to see where he was. Give him his due, sat there nicely. So I'll now maybe hunt him on a bit more, and we'll do 2 or 3 more sit whistles, and we'll see how that goes. So what I'm trying to show you here is you know, he's not done anything for a bit, and rather than coming out and doing something specific, I'm just coming out and doing a general little training session, just picking a few things from all the things that he knows just once or twice here and there, just to kind of get him back into the swing of training. And then as the sort of next few weeks come along, and over Christmas, I'm here all the time. So he's going to get more intensive training. And also he's getting to that age where he needs more intensive training. He needs to get out and maybe find some game and get hunting properly and learn how to be a big dog. Don't you? Sit. Waffle. On a waist. On a waist. On a waist. On a waffle. Good boy. Come on in. It's all waffle. Come on in. Come on. He now knows I'm doing stuff with him. So he's kind of stopped. It's quite a waffle trait. He whizzes around at the beginning, and then when you start doing a bit of training with him, he sort of stops because he's like, oh, right, we're not hunting anymore. We're doing sit whistle, or we're doing heeling, or we're doing retrieving. And he slightly tunes out. So just even by talking to you and allowing him just to do his own thing a little bit, it's no bad thing at all, because he's just starting to get his nose down again right amongst Ian's feet. And off we go again. And I just insist that he sits down properly. I don't allow him to hover. Good boy. And then we're going to do another little retrieve. Out. And then we're going to probably call it quits. Good boy. So what's the conclusion? The conclusion is that 2-3 weeks off, not doing anything, hasn't done any harm at all. He's not forgotten anything. Maybe a little bit on his steadiness, but we really hadn't got to grips with that anyway. So I'm not too concerned about that. At all. But what he has remembered, he's remembered how to walk to heel, he's remembered how to sit, he's remembered how to sit on a whistle. Had a little blip with his retrieving, and we've quickly got over that just by getting back on our game and encouraging him, making it fun again. Pretty happy about the sitting on the whistle, because he hasn't done a lot of that. He's heard the sit whistle a lot just on the lead, but he hasn't done much at a distance. So that was good. He's staying nice and close. He's not sort of tanking off up the field and looking to get up to any mischief. He's still not hunting like incredibly well. He's not going to win any field trials right now, but that's no concern to me whatsoever. I'm far more interested in a nice biddable little dog, because the hunting will really come off once he gets onto some game. Because I haven't been here 3 weeks, it doesn't mean I go out for 2 hours and do an extra long training session to try and catch up with where I haven't been. I just go out for the same amount of time and do the same sort of things as I would have done as if I'd gone out with him yesterday. I hope this is all helpful. Waffle's certainly pleased to see you all again. I hope you are to see him, and hopefully he'll be back back next week, much improved, because as I say, his training's really going to kick in, and we're gonna sort of zoom forward with him, hopefully, because he's really of that age where he's ready to start kind of becoming a gun dog. Remember, you get out what you put in. Hope you've all enjoyed it, and we'll see you again next time.